It's been it's been quite a while, everyone. Um, Let me take out my camera so I'm not constantly looking at it. I just want to make sure I'm in. Hello, welcome to the light stream. Happy eclipse, happy Aries season, happy birthday to all the Aries out there. It's been a minute. I guess I could do a little bit of catch up with you guys. I tend to come back to do these when I'm not in my own throes of like evolution and cultivation and making things happen for myself. And then I'm like, I should probably, you know, sit down in front of the camera and, talk about alignment and all that. And then it's like I got all this slew of stuff. So I've been opening a business, brick and mortar, and it's been. So now that it's been, it is, and I'm happy, and now I'm just sort of soaking into these roots. And a lot of today is going to be a lot about that journey that we've all just kind of undergone. A few months ago, back in January, we were still at the very end of, man, I wish my life was this. And from January to February, we really started making that heavy movement to where it was like having epilepsy spiritually. Like we'd seize out and then we'd come back and be like, where are we? Who are these people? Like every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Until the end of February, we started to realize what was happening. Oh, I'm making these moves into the new person that I was dreaming of becoming. Are you staying with me? Now we've become these people actualized. We've become this version of ourselves that is just so soundly manifest. And I don't know, there's this feeling within my own self that there's this confidence. There's this, this is what it is. This is my life. I made it. I love it. Do I still have a laundry list of things that I'm still having to contend with and things that I have to do? Yes. And I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Um, there's just a feeling of completion. And what better day to talk about it than on the day of the eclipse, the total solar eclipse? And there's this feeling of impending doom. And I just kind of, I got to look back and be like, yeah, this is it, because we have all changed and transformed. This is the end of that world. And this is the day of reckoning for all of those who kind of got comfortable and complacent with that old world. The alignment of celestial bodies right now is just speaking to, you're no longer part of that paradigm. As a matter of fact, if somebody comes to you from that paradigm looking for the old version of yourself, what you're going to do, and every time I say this, somebody's like, I actually just told that to somebody. 3 people have come back with that feedback. Is I don't do that anymore, but I can refer you to somebody who does. That's your mantra for the next 20 years. I don't do that anymore, but I can refer you to somebody that does. So, living in the now, unapologetically, or absolutely authentic, is going to rub people the wrong way because we've ended that old life. Because we've not just discarded it in a sense that it no longer serves me, be gone with you. We've discarded it in a way that it's done for the reasons and the purpose that it needed to. We've gotten to a point where we needed that version of ourselves. Ego is not intrinsically evil. Ego is simply survival. And when we ascend from ego into a broader, more open expansion for existence, ego wants to crush that in and say, no, this isn't safe. What are you doing? I don't have account of this new money. I don't have account of this new relationship. I don't have account of these new social circles. It's too big. It's happening too fast. You need to stop. You need to stop. And so that anxiety comes rushing in from that expansion. and you start getting things like imposter syndrome, where you're maybe feeling, is this is this happening for me? Like, yes, it is. Am I deserving of this? Yes, you are. There's so many implications that come with expansion, and the ego will try to cling on to something, a past relationship, somebody you said was never going to come back will come back around. If your finances, you know, are easily depleted, they'll start easily depleting. Social circles, you'll start hanging out with that wrong crowd again. Again, for ego to cling on to something to say, oh, this feels safe. You're safe here, but you're not. You're complacent there. So just something to take in as we end this world of complacency and ego, and we step fully into the realize it's already happened. It's not something that will happen. We have stepped fully into this newly reincarnated body of light. And when I say body of light, I really mean that on a fifth dimensional scale. We are no longer the same. We've been upgraded, absolutely upgraded. And you should feel that within yourself. And things that you can do to more comfortably adjust to this new 5D body of light is putting that newfound confidence back in the bucket. Are you exercising regularly? Are you sleeping soundly? Are you eating the right things? Again, so it's like what used to be is no longer. And what will be already is manifest. So this long journey of Pisces or Saturn in Pisces and trusting how we feel, there's so much to be gained from just trusting your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, it's not for you. If they don't feel right, they're not for you. So I just wanted to really open up with, hi, this is the new me. And if you came to me to do something that I used to do, I'm sorry, I can refer you to somebody else. That still does that. So we're pushing against the world of our old selves that our old selves created right now. And when I say that, it's to give it the flowers that it deserves. The paradigm that I had created personally was one of transactional value, and I am in a place where I wish I could still hang out and speak with people that I used to, but it's not that they don't have a place in my life. Maybe I don't have a place in their life anymore, and it hangs on my heart a little bit, but I'm so in this new life that I'm not sure when those connections will be maintained. Now I have maintained certain connections, and that's because there's duplicity there. There's both of us wanting to meet up, and then other things have ended. Absolutely ended, and even recently, just before this eclipse, things have ended in a very odd way. I won't get into that though. So we are also taking courage. We are learning how to be brave in this new vastness. That's our new reality in this new light body. It's all within you. And I want you to know that you woke up this morning with everything pre-programmed that you would need to get through the next 10 years. How many hours of sleep you'll need, how many breaths of fresh air you'll need to take, how many calories you'll need to burn. It's all there. It's all pre-programmed. So what do you have to do? You just have to live. You just have to live. You have to just wake up and be there to receive it. It's as simple as that. We can get into the book of Revelations and we can get into the end times and all that. Like I said, a lot of people really thought it was it today. And although they're not wrong, they're not right. Because it is it today. Today is it. We're done. So taking actions through family is also in the air. In the grander scheme of things, it's time to have those hard pressed conversations with family members. It's time to get your business matters back in order. It's time to reach out to that family member that you've been meaning to. There's something to build. There's something to gain there. And as a Capricorn, I'm always talking about monetization of something. So I'm telling you, you and your family members have something to build together. Now, family isn't always blood. Family is where you find home. So again, it's time to look within, not the brick and mortar house, but the house within, and say, okay, this is my family, and they're the ones I need to get in contact with. Because right now, doors are opening. They are opening and opening and opening. So, what are we going to do about the ones that we've left behind? Make sure you close those doors. um, Bid everybody farewell, and see yourself out. But be gracious enough to close the door gently, not slam it shut. I mean, if you gotta slam it, you gotta slam it. But definitely, just be very aware that you are not going to be where you are very long. In the next few months, you're going to actually be elevating and elevating and elevating and elevating. Now, to what degree you'll be elevating, that's entirely up to you. We can elevate finance, or we can elevate lack. So again, it's this is not to say, oh, all our cares are gone. We can all dance and rejoice under the eclipse. Do that. Definitely go dance and rejoice under the eclipse. I think it's already happened in my part of the world. So what I'm saying is also do the due diligence to be where you want to be. Due diligence is a discipline that takes foresight. It takes putting into account tomorrow and the next day after that, the next several months after that. Due diligence is going to be a huge determiner in what you yield in this new light body. I'm going to the gym regularly, I'm eating right, I'm sleeping, excess hours, and even I still, last week was just a lot. This retrograde, which we'll get into, is a lot. So just make sure to get with those that you deem family, get with those, and they will help you to open up new doors. We are also the natural born lover right now, so there's romance to be had in the air. Specifically, Eros is in the air. I'm pretty like whatever when it comes to romance. So you guys have fun with that. No, I'm just kidding. But definitely go out there and feel the lightness of the season, feel the lightness with friends, and if you wanted a relationship, now is the time to do that. Is what I'm telling you. Even though I'm like, yeah, sure, go fall in love. It's a means to an end. A beautiful, beautiful thing, yes. If you have it, yes. I just don't find it to be that much of a necessity. I enjoy my relationship. I love my partner. Yeah. There's nothing to add or take away. Life would suck without him. I will say that. Life would be absolutely boring without him. But, I got stuff to do. Overextension of ourselves is also a kind of cautionary tale in the wind right now, especially with right now, like, there's so much happening. Don't put yourself in a situation where you don't have the energy to give, you don't have the physical energy to give. It happened this morning, and when somebody told me that they might find somebody else to do this thing, it was a little like, oh man, I've done all this work already, but it was a little also like, You know what? Yeah, find somebody else to do it because I have a lot on my plate as it is. So again, just finding that balance of what we're able to do and being not pressed to do it or in obligation outside of our, well-being. I don't want to say outside of our comfort zone, outside of our well-being. Don't be pressed to push yourself into this arena of lack because you'll only begin to manifest more and more of that. The ego is in transformation right now. That's our short-term goal. Like I said, the old world is dying, if not dead already. That old body is now dying, if not dead already. The timeline we were in is now dying, if not dead already. A lot to unpack there, but what I'm going to just get across to you is it's your new opportunity today to start fresh today. To put all those, little F ups that you've been tallying up and, all the apologies that you've kept in your back pocket or all of the apologies that are owed to you in your back pocket and burn it. Let it go. Today starts new. It's ground zero. Everything that we've done and accomplished is there's nothing to say about it. Good for you or not so good for you. But what are you going to do today? As the person that you've fought to become today, what are you going to do today? And moving forward. So that ego transformation is going to be key. Again, like I said, don't let that ego latch on to those dead themes in your life, those dead social circles in your life, that dead money in your life, that dead faith in your life. There's more if you want it. If you want it. But the ego will easily find that one thing to say to the back of your mind that will put you right back into that cycle. And so it's a cautionary tale. Controlled energy. So with our energy and our energetic resources, it's important to be where you're at with how you feel, not just emotionally, physically. There was things that I had to do this week that it was just so much all week that I could not get myself there physically. I threw my back out. What am I going to do? I could have limped over to where I was going to go today, but who does that serve? It doesn't serve anybody, we have to be there for ourselves. So again, controlling the energy so that way it flows seamlessly. Now that I've given myself this opportunity to kind of just relax, reassess, and reallocate everything, and I feel it happening too. I've been like a zombie the past 2 days. Now I can kind of move forward and be like, all right, new light body, let's go. And that's kind of what it felt like. I felt like I was just encased in this transformative state for like 2 days. I was even just like with my boyfriend in the car. We were going to get smoothies, and I'm like, where am I? What am I doing? I'm not on this planet right now. Where am I? If you get it, you get it. If not, then I probably just sound crazy, and that's cool too. We're going to be looking within. I think I just kind of prefaced that a little bit. But yes, definitely. We're going to be trusting how we are feeling to take action or not to take action. So with that ends the energy and celestial aspects. We're going to just talk about the planets. Right now, like I said, happy birthday Aries. The sun is in Aries. So this great time for tactical awareness, planning, execution. Aries is a cardinal sign. So right now we're being graced in that aspect that we have the power within us to get it started. You have the power within you today more than ever to get it started. Whatever that may be. Mars is in Pisces. So every aspect of you that is being kind of pulled and and realigned right now has to do with your emotional self. And Pisces is the beginning and the end. It is the life and the death. It is the expiration and the resurrection. You know what I'm doing here? One and two, one and two. You're both. You're both of those things simultaneously. As a living human being, you're not just alive, you're also in a process of dying. It's not just sunshine, but it's also lack of sunshine. So it's light in the void, all happening at once. This wonderful, beautiful, synchronous dance. Be with that. And be with how wonderful and magical you are. Venus is in Aries as well. So that romance I was talking about, that Eros romance, go after what you want. It's time to shoot your shot for sure. If you've been like, man, I want to be in a relationship. Again, I'm not an advocate for romance, but I'm definitely telling you this is your time. Oh God, I swear. And lastly, the moon is in Aries right now, so it's definitely just giving. So if we talk about the great tacticianer, um, Aries in the moon aspect is the great having already won. It's like being in a battle and sleeping on the battlefield. You know, it's it's taking respite to heal. To heal from wounds that just are inflicted from straight up trying to press through. So be with that as well. And every night make sure that you have everything you need from the battlefield, from the day, to just kind of heal those wounds that you've incurred. Because right now we are going through it. Alright? Alright. So today's cards and divination, we are learning how to be human. In the world, but not of it. And this was kind of me the past few days. Was definitely feeling this energy. So when she's in this state of just renewal and transformation, her feet are not touching the ground. The ground is patine. It's untouched. It's absolutely waiting for her to drop down, and then we'll see the verdant greens grow. We'll see the trees take shape. We'll see the mountains and the canyons form, all because she's dreaming it right now. You are her. You're dreaming it right now. And you're about to take step onto this barren, open canvas of reality and turn it into something beautiful. Beautifully painful, beautifully joyous, but just beautiful. It's waiting for you. I love this card. I'm going to set that in my heart container. So I'm going to do two: where we're at, where we're going, and what we're doing. Five of Swords. Nine of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. So again, we talk about all these emotional things, and it's like, okay, this is so good. So from the Ephemer deck, which is the hero's journey, we're talking about where we're at. Right now, our cup is being filled completely. Look at these dolphins. You know, the flying fish. It's emerging. Look at them. There, it's like two species of animals that are ocean bound, taking flight into the sky. Like, what a better of an illustration. You have all the resources. That's this cup. Endless resources. Because if we look closer, what do we see? That sphere in the sky on the day of the eclipse over this vast ocean that these dolphins are emerging from. These flying fish are emerging from. So you are interchanging worlds seamlessly right now. You're handling this quantum leap with grace and ease, like you were born to do it, like these dolphins, going from the ocean floor to the sky seamlessly. This card, it calls for being gentle because the ruthlessness of the world is the ruthlessness of the world, and you can easily just be the dominator right now and forget how everybody else feels. This is what we're doing. That's not what this reading's about. It's not to tell people off, to say I've had enough of your stuff. Get your stuff. That's not what this is. So again, it's be very aware that you, in this era of being the battle tacticianer, you do not become the overlord. Okay, you're not. That's not part of the human experience for us to come here and although it does happen, it happens from a place that is not. I don't want to say evil or not good because there's no duality. It comes from a place of, if I don't have everything, then I must be in nothing. So I must take everything from everyone. So, and not that extreme either. Like, let's bring it back down to earth. It's talking about just being gentle with the people around you. Did I just get red on my own read? No. I can be abrasive. No. Oh gosh. So that leads us to, why are we doing it all? Where are we going with that energy? Because there's enough. Look at this octopus. He's got a cup in each hand. He's got a drink in each hand. And he's reaching out. One of them's empty, but he's reaching out for this other one that's filled. This octopus has everything he's ever needed in this cup, and everything he'll ever want in this cup. And has all these cups to spare. This is where you will find yourself. In this state of perpetual abundance, interchanging cups between each arm. Isn't that wonderful? Then that's the Hermit. And so now we go into the Fool's Journey. And there's only one card that kind of confuses me here. So I'm going to pull out my deck. And we're going to get into the swords. I see. So where are we at? We are actually in a place with ourselves where we're wearing our hearts on our sleeves. And look at how beautiful this card is too, guys, by the way. This queen has nothing to hide. That's why she's impaled herself with this sword in her hand. She wants everyone to know that her feelings are authentic. She wants everyone to know that her sacrifice is for her people. You have this authenticity about you right now. You want people to see you as you are, for who you are. Again, coming out of this eclipse, we're no longer that version of ourselves that people have gotten so used to. And so there's definitely going to be a weaning of those that have come to us, and those who have tried to just straight up abuse us. The Hermit asks us to go inward and to take a time away from everything and everyone and find what it is in this new light body, in this new life, that our purpose is calling us to. And for some of us, the answers are obvious. But if you're going through right now and you're kind of like, well, what do I do in this? How do I make the most of this energy? Just having those questions and asking those right questions. Fifth dimensionally traveling, which is envisioning the life that you want to be living, and that's the guidance I would give. If you don't know where you want to be, start breaking into your imagination, and start envisioning what you want your life to look like. Listen to your favorite songs about the good life. Because here with the cup Four of Cups, it's a celebration. We see these other cups, and they're all filled and pristine, but this other cup up here is truly special because it's receiving the new blossom of life. You are that new blossom of life. We are that new blossom of life. This planet is a new blossom of life. It's changed forever. In more ways than I'll ever be able to attest and won't be able to ever contest. This world has changed. Okay, we can talk about politics, we can talk about global warming, the list goes on and on. What are you going to do with that energy? This is all new ground to break. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your month, or however long it's going to be until I do another one. Because, like I said, there's a lot that I'm still doing. So whenever I do find time to put these up, I like to put them up from a place where I'm not thinking about 1,000 things at the same time as I'm trying to divine and give you guys a mediumed message of truth. All right, this is David. This has been a light stream. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the month, and I will talk to you soon.